Hey! Hey! You get out of my face, bro. Hey! I'm not gonna be all crazy on him. I'm not gonna get all crazy on him, guys. I'm not like that no more. Bro, I'm back for another stream, and it's been 2 freaking weeks. 2 weeks too many, bro. I did not mean to I already feel, oh my god. Welcome to the stream, y'all. I literally have no idea who's popping in. I don't know if anybody's popping into the stream, but I have no idea if anybody's popping into the stream. I have no idea what the contents of this stream finna be. But where have you been? I've been busy. I've been in the hospitals. So yes, I will inform you all about it. But if you also bothered, if you even bothered to watch the other stream, I talked about it there. But anyway, I'm okay. Me personally, physically and all that, I'm okay. My grandmother though, she's not that okay. She's very crippled. Hold on, let me get bright on him. I bring the pain like. Ain't no way I broke my chair, bro. Yeah. Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, bro! I literally popped my whole chair, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the birthday. I forgot to change the title. Oh my god. Listen, I'm out of practice, okay? And I just broke my chair, bro. Today's a bad stream already. What should I change the title to? Coming out of retirement and I'm lactating. No, I don't know. I bring the pain like. Anyway though, chat, Yogurt Boys, it's been a solid 2 weeks. Victoria has been a solid 2 weeks since I talked to you guys. Because neither of you pulled up to the birthday stream. Yogurt pulled up, but she was busy. But yeah, I've been busy, okay? Like a lot of stuff done happened. Hold on. First thing, we got to come up with a new stream title, okay? Cuz I don't know what to say, bro. I'm not going to lactate like I was about to say in my first idea. I'm not going to lactate. I'm not even coming out of retirement. For some reason, it feels like I haven't streamed in a month. And it feels like everybody's just like moved on. Even though that's obviously not the case, because it's only been 2 weeks and everybody was here 1 week ago. But it's like when you go from streaming every day to not streaming at all, it's so weird, bro. Anyway though, this is so freaking weird, bro. Is that cringe? Guys, I told Ty that I cried to Golden by Huntrix, and he said I was cringe. He said that made me cringe. And you know, that's my boy, and I thought reciprocatably I would be his boy too, but he just made fun of me. Like he was just like, "No, that's cringe. If you cry to that song, you're cringe." I'm like, "Bro, I need some support. Like I need somebody, bro, if I open up to you, if I tell you, bro, for some reason that song make me tear up a little bit, why you gotta be like that's cringe? Now I'm just gonna tell you that I'm never gonna cry. You know what I mean? How's it going, Parakeet Pictures? Hello, hello. It's been a few weeks. What should a freaking title be, bro? My, my. I'm just gonna say my hospital days are over, even though that is factorially incorrect. Over. I rewatched. Oh, I reached 108 followers, bro. You catching up to me? I'm only at 105. That's good. That's good. I had to step down so that you could, you know. But anyway, though, I'm not gonna listen. This stream, I don't really plan on. I didn't really plan anything out. All I know is that I have a YouTube playlist, not a playlist, just my watch later, with like 40 videos. Not even 40, bro. But it's like it's got a lot of videos on it, and like that I intended on watching on stream, mostly K-pop stuff, but I also want to finish the Pokemon game that I did 12 3-hour streams of. I'm good. I've been holding up well, since the okay. Hold on, let me recute my bearings. I was gonna do that. I was gonna watch all those videos, play that game, and then I'm not gonna just talk for like 2-3 hours about everything that's happened, because there's a lot of stuff that, like, first of all, I don't think anybody even cares, but second of all, it's like, bro, I gotta move this this chair is lower than the other chair. I love Pokemon ZA. I've been purposely not finishing the game because I've been waiting to do it on stream, so. But then I was just gonna be like, for the first like 20 minutes, I'll talk about like whatever, So if y'all got any questions for me, let me know. But for like Pokemon ZA, I played it 12 hours a day for 3 days in a row, and they were crazy long. I liked it a lot. I had a blast. Not too many people pulled up, and I forgot to post it to YouTube. So like, I don't even know what. That's like a fever dream, bro. You know what I mean? Like that whole thing. Cause it was okay. So basically, I played Pokemon ZA Legends for 12 hours a day, 3 days in a row until I finished it. And then the next day, I was like, all right, I'm not going to stream, which is valid. And I was like, I'll get back to it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and I plan on doing a stream. I don't remember if I planned on finishing the game because I found out that there was more stuff to do, or what I was going to do. I think I was going to draw a little bit, but then, like an hour before stream, my grandma, she drank the drink, and she fell down and fractured her whole neck. So then I was in the ER instead. And then turns out that she went from the ER to the ICU, and then she stayed for a week in the ICU, okay? And my birthday happened while she was in the ICU, and Ty came over and we did a birthday stream. And I told y'all everything that happened, and it was pretty hype. But since then, some things have changed. You know what I mean? Some things not so good have happened. And I'm not gonna go like day by day or anything, because a lot of the days nothing happened. You know what I mean? But it was like for in the ICU, she was getting better. She was being like more talkative and stuff. And then she went, I don't know if she went down for surgery or what, but during my birthday, she was very hard to like hear, and she was like, cause she had this thing over her mouth, and she was already having a hard time talking. So it was like difficult, you know what I mean? And then a few days later, they said, what do you want to do? Maybe not a few days, but like 5? I don't know. They're like, what do you want to do for the next step? You want to go into like rehab or stuff like that? I'm pulling through, bro. I'm doing good. Right now, I'm up. But I will say, they said I was down for a little bit, bro. They said, you want to go to rehab? Do you want to go to like rehab for her bones and stuff to get her stronger? You want to be able to do the bare minimum, or do you want to go into hospice? And in a moment, she said hospice, which I didn't even know what that was. But then I started piecing it together the way they were talking about it, and it was like, oh man, this is not good. And it was crazy because they said they asked the question. They were like, do you think something is impeding her decision making right now? And my uncle was like, no. Which is like, how are you even supposed to tell? You know what I mean? But she got into hospice, and then that was the first day that I cried in like 6 years, 6 or 7 years, and it was weird, bro. Hospice is basically where people go to die. They go there and they get immense care and treatment. Like if they want 17 meals a day, the nurses get them that many meals. Like they just do whatever that person wants, and then that person eventually kicks the bucket. So I figured out that's what was happening. I freaking cried a little bit, and then the next day we moved her into the hospice, and I cried again. And then I don't know if it was that day or the next day, she was like starting to regret her decision. So it's not. It was sad, and it did break me. And I went on when I got home from hospice. I called Ty. Like when we moved her in, I called Ty and I was like, I told him what happened. He said, "You want me to come over?" I said, "Yeah." And then we freaking walked for 5 hours. I don't know, like no, like nobody could. I couldn't tell y'all where anything was, like where we walked to or anything like that. But we just walked that direction for a long time, that direction, and then we turned around and we came back, and then yeah, and then the next day she was starting to like come to her senses more, and then she started like I was telling her stuff like not to make it about me, but I'm kind of not in a good position for you to die right now. I'm kind of a loser still, and I want to see you be. I want you to see me become not a loser. So I was like, you can't be dying right now. And she started realizing all that, and she just been getting better. And so I'm confident that she's not gonna die, and I'm confident she's not gonna stay in hospice. So that's why I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And now I have to start streaming again. But I will say it's not gonna be every day. Like I know I'm not streaming tomorrow because I gotta do something I don't want to do. Wait, don't go in there. All right, you can go. Gotta make sure my cat don't go under my bed. You are mentally strong, bro. I ain't religious, but I pray for you. Thanks, thanks. I mean, I do think I do think I'm strong, but also I think I'm more just like desensitized or something. I don't know. It's been just weird, you know? Like it was all so random and all stuff like that, but I believe grandma gonna pull through as hard as she can. She seems like a very strong woman. She does, bro. And I thank you for that. Thank you. But yeah, like I'm the only one that knows my grandma, you know what I mean, as well as I do. Like I know her the best out of anybody in this world. And so like there's a lot of times that my uncle and my like his cousin, because my grandma's niece, they're like they're prepared for the worst already, and they're like, oh, you're never gonna go back home. And me, I'm on the other hand, I'm like, why can't she? She can, like, if she literally just like starts doing push-ups, she'll be in good enough condition to come back. And as long as we get rid of all the alcohol, you know what I mean? So that something like this never happens again. And if we give her a walker, just to be safe. I think she'll be able to walk without it, but just to be safe, then she should be good. And then I'm obviously gonna be here, which is also good. But one of these days I'm gonna have to move away to do my own thing. But that's all that have been happening lately. So, but yeah, just today we finally talked to the doctors about like how to get her out of hospice and into somewhere else. But but like it all starts with my grandma, you know? She's got to be the one. She's still not all there. You know what I mean? Like she still forgets. She just had lunch and she's like, "Was that lunch or dinner?" You know what I mean? So she's still a little fuzzy, and it all starts with like she's got to be the one to tell the doctors, "All right, I'm ready to move on," and like they also have to be because they were saying that because her strength, you know what I mean? When she went into hospice, I don't remember if I told y'all that she got neck surgery on my birthday stream, but I'm pretty sure I did. Her hand, because there was arthritis connected to it, her hand was like only able to do this, but now it's able to go all the way down here. So like she's killing it, and mentally she's like basically there. She just doesn't have a great memory, and she's probably overwhelmed too. But she's doing good. She's killing it. Today, the doctors came in and we were like, all right, what's the next step? How can we move on from here? What are the criteria? And they didn't give us anything. They were just like, oh, well, we have to see that she's improved. It's like, how much? And like, how are you going to? And they're like, we just go day by day. And so that's why I'm like, okay, it's got to start with my grandma being like, I'm ready to go. And I don't know when she's gonna do that. But then also on Friday, my uncle is leaving for vacation, so he's gonna be gone for 2 weeks. So I'm left to hold the mantle down. She's 74. She just turned 74 a month ago, a month and a half. But yeah, that's where I've been, y'all. I won't lie, like I know what y'all are gonna say, okay? In my mind, I've been what? Are you also 74? I've been good. You know, I've been sleeping a lot. There's some points when I don't eat just because I was already bad at eating. Um but like I do be thinking even though technically I'm like going through it right now, I still have these thoughts like, oh, I should be animating as hard as I can every day when I'm not at the hospital, or even if I am to the hospital. Like I brought my iPad to the hospital or to hospice. Um so freaking yeah. Anyway though. Yeah, I'll say my I'm still applying pressure on myself to be like, oh, I gotta stream every day. I gotta animate and draw every day, which I don't need to. But yeah. So I'm thinking the first thing that first thing that I'm about to do is finish up that game. Okay, Pokemon ZA. No, I know, but it's just something that happens. I obviously have not put any pressure on myself, but I'm just saying that's something that happens. ZA, Legends ZA, what had happened, okay, was I played the whole game on stream. Except for, I even played the post game. But there's a weird part of the post game. Gotta make sure this works first. Oh, it does. There's a weird part of the post game. I've been playing a lot of Switch games. And by Switch games, I mean I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart and not as much of this. But Mario Kart, I've been playing it. I've been doing like there's like there's really it's a boring game. There's like 8 maps, you know what I mean? And then that's it. But not 8 maps. There's like 8 worlds with 4 maps or whatever. But mainly what I did, I liked watching you and Ty play Mario Kart. See, I thought that was the worst part of the stream because Orgy said that that was mid. Orgy said that the Mario Kart part was mid, but apparently love Mario Kart as of recent. I like Mario Kart too, honestly. But as I was saying though, the friggin' that mouse thing is so weird. Why is it not working, bro? Anyway, Pokemon, I've been playing it. I've been filling out the Pokedex and trying to do some of Mabel's challenges. Because honestly, when you beat the game, there's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to do after you beat the game other than, like... And I mean, that's probably with most games too. But this one, it feels a lot more... This one, it feels a lot less fun to keep playing the game. Because you have all the stuff that they already told you to do. Like, complete the Pokedex and do Mabel's challenges. And those are so grindy. You have to catch 50 fire types, 50 grass types, 50 everything types. And then you have to battle at... You have to win 1,000 battles. It's just time consuming. Like, it's not fun or anything. But if you want slightly higher shiny odds, you gotta do that. And then as I was saying, for Mario Kart, I've already played all the maps. But the thing about it is it's... Like, I have to get first in every race of each Grand Prix to perfect the map. That's all I'm trying to say. That's what I've been doing lately. But now that we here, I can finally finish the game. Because as I said, there was oh my god. There was a post game that I played where you catch the legendaries. Bro, what I gotta do to find the right category? There we go. There was a post game where you catch the 2 legendaries of the region, but apparently there's also a little cutscene at the afterwards. For some reason, I never even thought of going back to the hotel, which is crazy. But as soon as I realized that you can catch Zygarde, and I've already done everything else, I was like, oh, you just gotta go to you gotta go back to the hotel for that. There's gonna be something. And I don't know if it's cause you have to fight 14 times in the what's it called? Like at night or what? But I should 100% have that unlocked. If not, I gotta do a challenger's ticket and fight again. Cutscene! A being that gives... Oh, yeah. Once you catch those 2, then that makes sense. And a being that takes. What the frick? Both actions are vital to maintaining balance. But in excess, either could destroy it. Thank you. My memories remain vague, indistinct, yet there is one thing I know. Long ago, I tried to give too much, but my good deeds saw no reward. I wallowed in despair and resentment, and I decided to take everything for myself instead. That's deep, bro. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to correct excess, to find moderation, to restore balance. I can only imagine that is why it would save me. I almost am good at reading, guys, but I took a 2-week break, and so I forgot how to. The one who fired the ultimate weapon. And now I must ask something of you. Battle me, so that I may see who you truly are as a trainer. Bro, I'm gonna destroy you. Like, it's not even gonna be close. It's not even gonna be, like, at all close. Are you fighting with Zygarde, or are you fighting with your main team of Gyarados and Pyros? I'm ready, bro. Let's do this thing. I once believed that victory was the only meaning to be found from battle. But I am certain that I will enjoy battling you. He knows he's about to lose. He knows he's about to lose. He's using it as an opportunity to learn. What a loser. team. And my Emboar's got 3 health. No, he yielded 1. Oh wait, I literally just went to Nurse Joy and did that. Dude, I got so many shinies from this game for no reason. Like, and they're all amazing shinies. And I'm saying randomly. I haven't hunted for a shiny yet, but my first shiny, Garbodor. I love Garbodor. And my second shiny, I think my second shiny was Weedle. But I got Vanilla, I got a Scrafty, and now I got this little guy in the corner that y'all saw. How's he got level 80 Pokemon? Like, I know this dude's strong, but still. Level 80 is crazy. What does Shiny do? Is the Pokemon better? No. The Pokemon is not in any way better than it just looks different. And by looks different, it's got slightly different colors in some areas. But some people literally dedicate their whole lives to hunting shinies. Which is cool. Good for them. Not something I want to be doing. But seems kind of useless. Very useless. Look at how we cooperate. Human and Pokemon. Perhaps there's beauty to this world. That garbage bag Poke looks nice though. It does. I actually mess with the shiny version way more than I do with the regular version. Cause it's such a, honestly I feel like the color is such a color that don't even pop up in Pokemon that often. Alright. You may think you have the upper edge, but you don't. Bro. But the thing about shiny Pokemon is they made them too easy to get. Oh my god, bro. I think he literally won. Because my other 2 Pokemon are not strong enough to win. I'm not losing this, bruh. What I gotta do? What Pokemon do I bring back to life? I'm bringing back Xerneas because Emboar's gonna get one-shotted by a Hydro Pump or an Aqua Jet or something, or a Waterfall. And I could just, look, I got 2 super effective moves. Oh god, I'm not losing to this dude just because I had 2 shiny Pokemon on my team. Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. Whatever, bro. Guys, I'm also, on top of all that other stuff that happened, when I went with Ty and I walked for 5 hours, he gave me a sickness. I went over to his house, like, he invited me over to his place 2 days ago at 10 p.m. I said, sure. And then I went over and I was like, bro, can you check my throat? Because it's been hurting. And so I opened my mouth and immediately he's like, ew, ugh, gross. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Just, what are you doing, bro? Just what are you doing? And then I said, you want to be a doctor? Then look at my throat and be nice. And he looked at my throat and he said, you've got strep. I was like, no, I don't. I do not have strep. My tonsils got taken out when I was like 9. And he's like, well, there's a certain form of strep that you can still get when your tonsils are out. Also, your tonsils can grow back. And I'm like, this dude's about to be the worst doctor I ever seen in my life. That's what I'm thinking now. But then, after all that, he was like, by the way, my throat also hurts. I think I gave you something. This is why we battle. To reach understanding. Trainer to trainer. trainer to Pokemon and Pokemon to Pokemon. I suppose that is why AZ, like you, wished for the ZA Royale to resume. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If I'd tried to understand them, perhaps I would never have fired the ultimate weapon. Perhaps, bro. Zed? Ain't no way. By the way, this is the last Pokemon that I need to get in my Pokedex. I have 229 out of 230. Zygarde? Where did he go? How curious. I believe it meant to beckon you to the tower. Oh. That much is what I can intuit from my experience working with Zygarde. What it wants with you at that fateful place, I cannot say. Bro, it wants me to catch it. I'm not dumb. But yeah, my throat is a little itchy still. What the freak is Tawny doing over there? I'm going to sleep, bro. I'm going to sleep. I'm getting my freaking Pokemon. They're probably... Oh, I was going to say I'm getting them healed up again, but I'm not doing that. I will say, I did see a little part that was very sad for me. And for everybody. Because the main guy, the only guy who's ever died in a Pokemon game, he left a Pokeball and a note containing a Lucario on a table. Do you want to take it? Yeah. Thanks. There is a letter from AZ near the Pokeball. To Jaxo, I leave you my Lucario as a symbol of my gratitude and respect. This Lucario was given to me by a certain trainer who hoped it might keep me safe. If you should ever meet her, please tell her that I kept it with me until the end. I don't know why I'm saying it like he's the one crying while he's writing the letter. I'm crying while I'm reading the letter. I must tell you that I found you to be a Pokemon trainer of the highest caliber. In all of my 3,000 years wandering this world, never did I imagine I might encounter a human who would achieve Mega Evolution with Zygarde. Spoiler alert, bro! I find so many memories flit through my mind now, here at the end of things. I remember my mother giving me my Floette, grasping her rare black flower. I remember the flames of war taking everything from me. I remember the amazement, the joy of witnessing Mega Evolution for the first time. I remember my encounters with the legendary Pokemon of Kalos. I remember when the dark day fell over Galar. That was such a random thing for him to just say, bro. All that falls into the past disappears. These memories will fade, as will I. Your story is only just beginning, dear Jaxo. I pray that you will live a life free from regret. I am truly glad to have known you. Thank you. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Now more than ever, I actually realize how sad death is. He's gonna evolve! Like, obviously you know how sad death is, but once something hits you hard, that's when it gets bad, you know? Wow, what a pretty bird. The lobby, please. What y'all gotta say to me? When we're battling in an imminent year, I'm just your rival. Forget everything else. After a big catastrophe like the one we had with Prism Tower, more troubles tend to follow. Seriously, what was with that old guy though? He sure never drops that whole mysterious vibe. Wow, thank you. Alright. Last Pokemon for the Dex. But before I do that, I'm gonna grab some more Pokeballs, because I only have 50. What do you mean I can only get 977? Is it? Oh, because I already have 22. Never mind. My bad. I was complaining at the wrong people, bro. I should have been complaining at myself. What did okay. And now that I told you guys what I did over the 2 weeks that I was gone, what? It's time for somebody to tell me what they did. I'm sure not much. Because, you know, life, nothing ever goes on. But still. I'd love to hear. In 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, surely something has happened with somebody. Will you battle Zygarde? What? I did stuff? Is that it? That's literally it? What is this domain? Am I battling Zygarde or Gojo? Am I right? I've only seen season 1. I'm pretty sure Zygarde I'm pretty sure Xerneas could take this dude out by herself. Why is he knocked out conscious, bro? I can't throw a Pokemon. It'd be criminal if I didn't beat this dude with Emerald. Criminal, I tell you. Never mind. I don't know if that's gonna happen. How Mega evolved, bro? Oops. This is gonna kill it. If I can get it. But it didn't. Yay! I killed the Zygarde! Phase 2! Oh my god. How could I forget about Phase 2? I almost thought he was gonna go into his complete form. Went to a concert. That was cool. Bro. You know how many people now are bugging me about getting a job? Like a few. But that's fun. That's good. The concert more fun than the internship in my eyes. But it was so annoying when they were like, oh, so what do you want to do, like, with your life? What am I gonna say? Oh, I want to be a professional streamer. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. Ow! What the? What? What just happened? It's more of a school club, so it's pretty cool. That is cool. I never joined any clubs, but I went to chess club like twice. Okay, don't tell me to train up my Pokemon, bro. How about you pretend that this battle is actually a battle instead of... Okay, hold on. Let me get some guys out the box. I'm putting these two back. Victory Bell, I'm pretty sure he go here. Oh, here. I've got it all sorted out, bro. Okay, not all sorted. Now I'm confused, but I don't care. Chess club sucks. It did. It was weird. It wasn't my choice to go to chess club. I don't remember why we went to chess club, but we did it like twice, and it was weird. But anyway, I don't know what. I don't think there's a. Get out of there, bro. Where are you going? You better not do that giant X crap again. came out of nowhere. Why are you attacking me, bro? Calm down. Can I please just Mega Evolver? Volva. That's not reaching all the way over there. Phase 2 already. Can y'all believe Ty's still not done with this game? It's almost like he's got other stuff going on. But he's not done with it. He's closing it. What even is this, bro? Altaria, can you not stand in it? Can you not just sit in it, bro? God. All we do is sit in it. All we ever do is just sit, don't we? Yeah, Electros can't do anything except tap. Thunder Wave maybe could do something. Nope. Bro, you wanna know what's insane? There's this thing in these games called plus moves, and I had no idea what they even were until I beat the game. Bro, why are you sitting in? I'm actually gonna lose again, bro. Okay, so now it all depends on if Garbodor can do it with its not very effective poison. Anyway, guys. I'm pretty... That's not even how Dragon Pulse works, bro. Oh my. Yeah, I knew it. As soon as that move happened, I knew it was over. Hey, how about you shut up, text box at the bottom of my screen? Why does Aegislash suck? Freaking Garbodor, that dude, Aegislash, you. I try to keep it organized just a little bit, but it freaking didn't. It's hard. Anyway. I'm not losing this time, bro. I've been out of practice. That's why. Okay, we get it. Let me do my thing. Why is L talking me from the grave, bro. I don't exactly remember what Geomancy does, but I'm pretty sure it just raises my attack by like 6 stages. I don't know if it's both of my attacks or what, but it just makes me better. That's not fair, bro. You can't go out of the arena. Whoa! Bro, if I have to fight it in its 100% form after this, that would be pretty cool. I'm not even, that would be awesome. I thought you were supposed to be ground type. How did my Horde Leech not do anything? That Dragon Pulse is what I need to keep off of my Altaria. I say as he literally blasts my Altaria in the face. Actually, I don't even need to because it's not very effective because I'm Fairy type. Never mind. None of Zygarde's moves do anything. Because it's either Dragon... Well, it has a Dark move. But I'm pretty sure Dark doesn't even do anything against Fairy. I say I'm pretty sure. Like, but I know. Yay! Now I can get my Emboar to get the final hit with a Flare Blitz. Wait, he does go 100% form? I don't feel like though. I don't feel like the final hit is gonna be from my Emboar. Dude, the way he's walking so slow. He's aura matched. And I'm locked in on Emboar. I don't know why. But I am. Let's go back in. I should have swapped out my freaking Garbodor. The one that doesn't do any damage. What's this dude doing? Are you not hitting him? I need you to get some of your health back with that one. Oh my god. He's gonna Mega Evolve. Oh my. What the f... Get out of there, bro! Why did you walk back into it? This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be, bro. It would be also way harder if I didn't play the game to like max. Like if my Emboar wasn't almost level 100 already, just because I was specifically holding this off to do it on stream, then it would be even tougher. No, don't eat again. Okay, now you can. Oh. Are you serious, bro? Are you actually joking? How am I supposed to dodge that? What do you mean? Now I have to do it all over again. How are you even supposed to dodge that, bro? Bro, this is gonna be another 12-hour Legends game. I mean, stream. I swear that took me like 10 minutes just to get there, and then I died. Why do you have Garbodor? Wait, no, I don't want it. 10% form is light work, I'm pretty sure. 50% form, not light work. 100% form is a big stupid. It's just dumb. That was just dumb. What had just happened? What? There's a lot of people that hate this game, and I don't know if they just hate it because the walls are like painted on, or if they actually hate it because like for a reason, for a valid reason. You know, some people just be hating. Because like the walls, the color of the walls do not make a difference on this game. Right? The thing that the people gotta be complaining about is the story or the... I will say, people do be complaining about the graphics because the cutscenes in the Pokemon... I did see it. I saw an Instagram reel of the cutscene being... the new Digimon game, the cutscene being so much worse. Or the cutscene in Pokemon being worse than the cutscene in Digimon. And Digimon has like 1% of the money that Pokemon has. There was, this is the thing that most people say is Pokemon is the most money grossing franchise in the world, like of all time. And then I heard one person be like, but that's not, but the games are just a small part of it. But like the games are still so successful that that small part of it could still be funding good games. You know? Like, apparently they're only putting in 16 million into these games, when half the games that come out nowadays put in 250 million. And Pokemon put in 20 million, bro, and they get 1.6 billion. Like, they really could, like, just make people play it, or make the games better. I don't know. But now we're finally, I think next games are finally gonna move away from the Switch and go to the Switch 2, and that's good. Because the Switch 2 can handle more. Just Thornleech and Moonblast. Kind of some damage. Ooh, we knocked him out. I feel like I've been doing this for the past 30 minutes. Wait, why can I take my Pokemon back now? I couldn't do that earlier. Oh my god. Bro, he aimed it directly at me. There was no dodging, I'm pretty sure. Come on, Altaria. I need you to do more damage. I feel like the rest of my team cannot do damage. So it's all on you. Great. This is the part that I freaking died to last. Why does it keep going? Don't do it again, bro. Cool down period. I'm waiting until I get that Mega Evolution back. Why do you have to run all the way to me to do that? And he just walked out. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Dude, I'm doing absolutely no damage. I'm prepared to die here, bro. I don't even know what move this is gonna be, but I'm prepared for it to just. Oh no. Cool. Are you mega evolved yet? Oh, yes. Nope. If I literally, bro, if I actually lose again, I'm just gonna be sad, bro. Because I put so much time into it. Oblivion Wing is gonna be my savior here. Because as long as I can keep healing myself, then I'm good. Doing too much. Don't do it again. You're my wonderwall. Guys, it's time for me to feed my diabetic cat. But I'm kind of locked in right now, so I'm not going to do that yet. Yet is the key word there. See, look at all that health that we got back. That's beautiful. That was beautiful. Actually, very nice to look at. Come on, there's no way we lose this, bro. Unless he snipes me directly in the face again. But there's no way he's gonna do that. Do it again. Give me a challenge. Yay! Oh my god. He has deemed me worthy. I'm gonna use a Pokeball then. I'm going to use a luxury ball. Yippee! And that's my final Pokemon of the game caught. Show me a cutscene. Wow. That was crazy. So this legendary Pokemon has joined forces with the mightiest trainer in Lumiose. That's what I saw. That's how I would describe it. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. Okay. You should have this. It will allow Zygarde to change its form. Zygarde Cube. Yeah, I don't care, bro. When Zygarde used up its strength protecting Pokemon from the light of the ultimate weapon, its parts scattered to far-off places, absorbing the power of those lands and seeking humans who would give it aid. I don't know what you just said, bro. And now that I think of it, the moves that Zygarde used when it Mega Evolved, they reminded me of Z moves, like those used in the Alola region. But perhaps I'm reading too much into it. They keep doing that, bro. They keep putting in some little lore pieces that I don't know what they mean. Now, if it falls to me to ponder, oh, what should I do with the 3,000 years I must live? Oh! Is there something you want to do? There is. To this day, I yearn to create a more beautiful world, and I will yearn for it forever. I once thought that we could achieve that world by fulfilling the material needs of everyone. Now I know it is not so simple. An old proverb says, "It is good to feed the hungry, but better to teach them how to feed themselves." I had focused solely on what I believed the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it so that people can truly flourish. Thanks to what you and your Pokemon have done together, I have learned my lesson well. It is an outlandish dream far beyond my reach, but with 3,000 years' time, perhaps I can make it real. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world in search of Floette, I shall travel across vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. Oh my god, bro, what is he even saying? I feel like he's yapping, and I don't know what he's... That's it. When people manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in the same time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we and so many others met and banded together to make Lumiose a better place is something we should treasure. Bearing some great change, I doubt we will meet again. Barring, but I will carry these lessons with me. Au revoir, my young friend. Oh my god, I'm crying again! I'm kidding. That was cool though. That was chill. I didn't even mind all that. I swear, bro. Pokedex complete. If I pull up on Mabel and she doesn't say a single thing, it's fine because she's hot. Guys, right before that though, I'm gonna go feed my diabetic cat, which is I know that's something y'all missed. Okay, I know. I know y'all missed me giving my diabetic cat some food, so I'll be right back. I kicked my cat and got a Twix. I'm kidding. I didn't actually kick her. If I'm gonna kick my cat, I'm gonna do it on camera for content. Anyway, though. Now, there is one more thing in this game for me to do, but I'm gonna save that for another day. I'm gonna play games. Or no, I'm gonna watch videos for for like the next hour or whatever, and then go see my grandma. So let me finish this up quick. Oh wait, I forgot to change the camera. Oh my god! I literally completed a whole Pokedex. You don't even care. I still got 8 more to go, bro. Oh my god. Whatever. I don't even care, bro. Guess I just gotta go back to catching 40, 50 Pokemon of every type. Shouldn't be that crazy, right? Right. Yoga Boys, you got any crazy videos that you watched in the 2 weeks that I wasn't here? You know what's crazy though? Frankie Faye, right before, um, right before, like a month before my grandma fell, she made a little post. She was like, guys, I'm coming back. And then she didn't, right? And then it took her like a whole nother month. And then she finally posted the video. And then my grandma fell, so I never watched it. I'm not gonna watch it today, maybe. I got a lot of K-pop stuff to catch up on. Because I got... Wait, did I already have it open? I think I already had it open. Yeah. Let me show you guys everything that I have to watch. We can accumulate it. The time. We got the Sears Furry incident. I'm not watching that. Jisoo versus Zayn. Jisoo and Zayn behind the scenes, eyes closed. Jisoo creates sculpture of herself. My bids have been pretty bland lately. Fair. Madison Beer. We have a lot of music videos. Madison Beer, Le Seraphim, American Candy, Le Seraphim Spaghetti music video, Me Canyon, whatever that is, EJ music video, Le Seraphim Uncomfortable Truths, Corbin Zui behind, like the scenes. Unfortunate drama lately. What drama are you talking about? Cause while I was gone, bro, the craziest drama happened. Not really, but okay, that's good. Basically the only drama that I've even cared about. Well, okay, the Emaru thing, yeah, the Emaru and Mizkif thing is I haven't dove too deep into it. You know, like I didn't watch her whole video. Cause it happened on my birthday. when she posted the video, or it happened the day before, but I didn't see it till my birthday. And then the other thing was Cutie Cinderella got called homophobic and transphobic, and then freaking Vanilla Mace stabbed her in the back and was like, yeah, I was uncomfortable. She's homophobic and I'm not. I'm uncomfortable when she... And I hated that so much. And then the FaZe boys are the only ones that had her back. And when I say the only ones, I don't mean that. Like I'm sure Valkyrie had her back, you know what I mean? And the Fear Am boys had her back, but still, I hated that so much. Anyway, back to this. We got Blink behind the scenes, La Seraphim Spaghetti Studio True Original. I actually think I watched that with Ty. I'm pretty sure me and Ty watched that 2 days ago. Not that. Mion Reno featuring Cold a few... I don't even know what that is. Official music video. Cat's Eye, we've never been asked this. Cat's Eye, pick a dessert as survivalist. Cat's Eye, go straight to the comments. Cat's Eye, hilarious. Me Understand My Name, official music video. Kiss of Life, Lucky, official music video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the oddball stuff, the not K-pop stuff, and I'm going to save all those music videos for a later day. I don't know what this one is. I feel like that's the one where he leaked his... Not leaked, but like purposely leaked. I saw a bit of that Cutie stuff. It just seemed like Cutie was kind of ignorant. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, I didn't watch it really, but I don't... That's what she said. She said she was like... She had learning to do and stuff. But she's definitely... not homophobic. I don't think that she's even ignorant, but, you know, it's possible. What do I do? Do I wear my headphones now? I'm pretty sure my earbuds are broken still. It's crazy how I forgot everything. Yogurt, you gotta let me know if there's an echo. Because I feel like there's gonna be. Like, do I take off the desktop or not?
What should we do today, Ferb? I know we gotta go to summer school, and that makes me a little angry. I think I know what we should do today.
Sounds normal? Okay. What? Bro, I was paying attention to the audio. Did he really just say, I think we should go to school today, and then he shot up the school? That is some diabolical maneuverment. Bro's creeping in on the 9 million, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Phineas and Ferb school shooter cartoon. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, it's just getting worse.
W hairline.
I've got to do something different. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Look at that HD camera, bro. I can see his sweat glands. I can see everything in his body and out of his body. Wait, was there a streamer award there? I'm pretty sure he won a streamer award once. But I don't see it up here. These are all just trophies for friggin'... Like, what is that, an Oscar? I can't even tell. And basketball or something. He got best art streamer. That was the first year, wasn't it? I remembered that. Honestly, sometimes I see like YouTubers make little trailers for themselves and they're not that good of actors. Not bad. Okay, I'm not gonna call anybody out. But, you know, Papa Meat over here, he's acting pretty good. I think the voice acting that he does helps a lot. I take it back, bro. This is a weird dude. El Meat. Is that a Demogorgon? Is this Stranger Things trailer? Ew, bro. That actually looks so gross. Don't eat it, bro. Don't eat it.
What if like Walter White's son had like a pregnancy scare at school and he was like pissed about it or something? I don't know.
That's it? I can't make that. I can't make it. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna.
Wait, this is weird, bro.
Dad, I need to talk to you about something. Dad,
Is this crossing
I think I got
lines?
myself in a bit of a pickle.
What is it, son?
I think I knocked up some girl at my school. We were knocking boots and crutches, and I
Knocking
thought I
boots
used
and
protection
crutches.
or something, but anyway.
Do you think he used protection? Or do you know?
I don't know how to read the stick. Is the 2 lines?
What do you mean you don't know how to read the stick?
I don't know. She took a piss on it, but it's stinky.
Damn it, Flynn. Here, let me show
He's
you.
going down.
Where's the box? You see the box?
I throw it away.
Oh, God. Oh, this is a pickle. We're in a bit of a pickle.
Do you smell this, Dad?
Do I smell what, Flynn?
Smells like
She definitely pregnant, by the way.
Grandpa.
People are fucking mean, man. God, no one likes
I don't know
me,
if I'm
right,
supposed to be
dude?
laughing
Kids call
when
me
he's-
fucking stupid and fat. I don't.
But that
why
was
do they
funny
bring up the
to me.
fat thing? It feels really irrelevant to the whole situation. But I need one more idea. I just need one. Just something to tide me over, please, please, please. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ew.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ew. What is even happening?
There's no trans people in my swamp. Get out of here, you foul beast!
Oh, Dad, I'm your baby girl. What are you talking about?
It goes against everything that's magic.
I'm hospital boy.
I don't want the foul beast.
I'm hospital boy. I have been at the hospitals quite a bit. So much money went into breaking that set, bro. I'm doing pretty good, org. Me personally, I'm doing good.
What is this? Is this some kind of fucking joke to you? I'm busting my ass up there and you're not doing shit! Because you don't care. You don't
I'm
care about
so
anything, do you?
intrigued,
Nothing!
bro.
Nothing!
He's fisting it. I imagine, I don't know, hey, guys, bear with me. I imagine that little tube is either this guy's penis or vagina. Whatever, or both. It could be the cloaca or whatever. But I know if somebody put their fist into my penis, I would not be happy with them. So I think he's about to get. I don't remember what the thumbnail was if he had all this stuff on him, but I'm pretty sure he's about to get like dead. He's gonna die or get turned into something gross. That's my prediction.
There's gotta be something more.
How is it even making that noise? That sounds like breathing, but it doesn't look like it has anything to breathe out of. Ew, bro. I can't. Bro, this is so gross.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Ew! Ew! Wait, he's better acting than I thought, bro. He's screaming and crying and stuff. Ooh! Okay. So I was incorrect. That thing is... This guy is now that thing's new vessel. So... Ew. Ew. Why did he drop it? I swear if he flushes that little baby down the toilet, it's gonna be weird. We should find a love with our eyes closed. Okay. No way he went all the way down to 2 mil. Which is still good, guys. I don't have 2 mil. I don't know why he's complaining about only having 8.5 mil. Is this body horror? I think that's what this is, guys. I think this is body horror. Doobie body horror. Okay, just checking. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect in time for Halloween. But my Halloween I spent moving my grandma into hospice. So yeah. I dressed up as the grandson of someone who's going into hospice. I didn't dress up. He's down to 0, bro. 5, 4. He's got less subscribers than me now. L meat, bro. Oh, never mind. He was still at like a mil or something. What, you want me to draw this? I'm busy, bro. What? Yeah, it is gross. You're right, it is very gross. Wow. He blossomed into a tree thing. Thank you. Guys, that was pretty weird, bro. Yeah, it was very well made. Pretty weird. Content warning: mature rhetorical art. This film is a work of parody and artistic expression. I didn't catch any of that. I just thought it was gross. Utilizing hyperbole. Oh, sorry. Utilizing hyperbole. Don't know what that is. And irreverence. I actually don't know what that is. To common unpopular culture. Oh, talking about like people worrying about their subscriber count, I think. I think that's what the main point of that was. Guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm just kidding. No, I'm back. What are y'all saying? How come the chat moves so much more the second that I left than it did when I was not here or when I was here? Sounds like you know what hyperbole is since you didn't pronounce it like hyperbole. I don't know what a hyperbole is, but I've heard the word before. Those Mexican guys glow in the dark, by the way, Yogurt. No idea what that means, but good for them. I need those in my park, WTF. Give Bryant a call. Maybe he can set them up for you. Bryant is probably too busy setting up Christmas now. Hey, guys, I'm confused, but that's okay. What should I do? No, I know what I should do. I should just keep watching the videos, but still, I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, how have you been, Orgy? Like, what have you been doing the past 2 weeks? Honestly, it's been a long time since we really talked because weren't you, well, before I did the 12-hour streams, my streaming schedule was a little bit off, and then after the 12-hour streams, I never streamed again until my birthday, which you did pull up for, but videos are good, then we don't have to resort to chatting for entertainment. Alright. But yeah, I really, y'all know this. I really started October being like, this is my favorite month out of the year. I'm super excited because, like, you know, you got my birthday, you got Halloween, it's the fall season, and like streamer awards nominations are starting. I don't know if I knew that at the beginning of October, but guys, October slowly fell apart to be like the worst month that I've had in a while. It's weird. Anyway, let's watch the Sears furry incident of 2010. I've been meaning to get to this at some point, so. But yeah, also I'm worried because I don't know how much October really took you saying that as a challenge to make you hate October from now on. That's the thing is I don't though. I still love October. Like next year I'm going to be just as gassed, and then next year I'm actually going to be more gassed maybe because I'll be doing more like Halloween stuff. I hate the challenge in November too. Yeah, all right, buddy. I feel like people, whoever came up with that is weird. You know what I mean? But it makes sense how it caught on or whatever. But I did not know what the no nutting of November was until like middle school. It's a weird challenge, bro. When you have middle schoolers being like, I'm not gonna nut in November, it's probably not a good challenge to have existing. Anyway, though.
Is about the time in 2010 when Sears sold bootleg furry porn on their website and apparently had no idea. But 4chan found out about it basically right away, and
what
they
does
went
bootleg mean? I remember this girl. She took a longer break than I did. She hasn't posted in like 3 months. Once I finally caught up with all the videos 4 months ago. I remember this video too. Of course you do. You probably watched it when it came out. Illegal copy. Okay.
Hey, you know what?
I thought it just meant somebody copied something not well. You know what I mean? Like if Ty tried to reference one of my... Actually, I'll show you guys something that I drew. Actually, I won't, because it's spoilers for Attack on Titan.
Funny?
Close one.
What if we all started just mass buying this stuff at 3 in the morning? Now, understandably, Sears freaked the hell out and started systematically wiping the internet of any evidence they'd ever sold this. But
I don't
if they
even know
wipe
what
the evidence,
Sears is.
how am I making this video? Well, Sears
don't
made
know.
one fatal mistake that day. Sears underestimated 4chan, and now 4chan was about to majorly pants
Don't
them by
do that,
answering
bro.
the most important
Do
question
not.
in
I don't leave my house, bro. Do not underestimate 4chan. On God, 4chan and Reddit, those are like those are the websites you do not want to mess with, bro.
retail history.
Those are the
Ready?
You do not want to.
What was furry porn
You don't want to deal with all
doing on Sears.com? Who put it there? And how could something like this?
that. So how is this furry porn? I'm looking at the image, even though it's inverted colors. It looks like Kirby has just been split in half. Sears is like one of those big stores, kind of like Kmart, I think. I never been. Oh, I thought Sears was gonna be like for clothes, but no, I've also never been in one of those. Yogurt, do you know what the content to this drawing is? It's either Kirby has been split in half, or there's two Kirbys, but I'm pretty sure Kirby doesn't count as furry, I feel like. I think that's valid. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what Kirby is, but he's not an animal. Either way though, well, I was going to say he's fictional. What is he made out of? Literally nobody knows. Nobody knows, bro. That's something you got to figure out for yourself. It's one of those orange guys from Kirby getting effed by King Dedede. Okay. So I thought there were two Kirbys, but instead, I could tell that this figure, this circle right here, was in place of the same area as this guy's penis. So I could tell what was going on there, but
Possibly
yeah,
happened to Sears more than once. This is the
Bro.
legend of the second worst thing ever sold at Sears.com.
the second worst thing.
Bad art history.
The second worst thing.
Real quick, thank you so much for waiting so long since the last video. There will be no
I
more
was
breaks of this
wondering
length.
if she was
Also,
gonna say that.
really quick, metapcs.com/Frankie. Metapcs.com/Frankie. Buy a new gamer setup. Do it now. Throw that nasty, disgusting old computer out. Get a new gamer setup. Get it at a discount. Water-cooled, excellent customer service.
not gonna be
Genuinely
doing
some of the best
any
people
of
I've
this,
ever worked
bro.
with in my life. I edit all of my videos on my MetaPC's machine, and guess what? The machine is customized with Gangster SpongeBob. You can do that at metapcs.com/Frankie.
Gangster SpongeBob?
Metapcs.com/Frankie. On with the video.
I'm not gonna
It all
lie,
went
bro. Honestly, if I'm gonna see, here's the thing. If I'm gonna make a PC, if I'm gonna decorate it myself, there's like two things that I would put on it. I would either make it like, I'm not. My whole personality is not anime. It's more K-pop than it is anime. But whenever I think of something cool, I always immediately go to anime. But I'm thinking, if I'm gonna decorate my PC, I also turn to Frankie for my PC needs. Well, that's good. When's the last time you got a PC then? Huh? I was saying, if I'm gonna decorate my PC, first thing that I'm thinking of is like Attack on Titan. But then I'm like, just like maybe not do that. And then I'm like, well, I could do it with like big boobied anime girls. But then I would be judged. You know what I mean? And so then I go back to like Attack on Titan or Naruto or something like that. But I would also love to do SpongeBob, but not gangster SpongeBob. I like real SpongeBob, okay? None of this online goofy stuff. Look how sharp her nails are, bro. That could literally poke out a uterus.
Down on May 1st, 2008, somewhere in Europe. So the worst part of the story is already over. Now, there was this furry fetish artist living out there called Storm Dragon Blue. That day, he fires up his personal website, which contains dozens of works of fetish art, and he uploads his latest fetish creation. It's some fan art of the Kirby
That's such
game
an insane
series,
sentence
which
that
looks
she
like
just
this,
said, bro.
depicting the
Big booty Titan SpongeBob. That might work. That might work. Just big breasted. I already have a big breasted SpongeBob. If I also turn that into an Attack on Titan, then it would be the best of every world. You know what I mean? That's smart, Orgy. I didn't even think of that, which is crazy. Anyway,
Villain character.
I paused to say that it's crazy that people just have entire documents filled with, okay, this, if you press this one, it leads to this folder of fetish art, and if you press this one, it's this folder. Like, there's some real degen gooner incels out there, bro.
King DDD,
like, actually.
who looks like this.
If she gonna be over here, I'm gonna move my camera over.
Penetrating a little minion creature called a Waddle Dee. And the whole thing
not the
kinda
Waddle
looks
Dee.
like this. And then something very weird happens. 3 years pass. It is now September 25th of 2011.
Right,
the weird thing kind of looks like this.
No, that's another Waddle Dee. That's not Kirby, that's another one.
And then something very weird
King,
happens.
whatever
3 years pass.
Whatever
it
his
is
name
now
is.
September 25th of 2011.
Yeah, they were selling this printed on like a backpack or something.
As legend has it, somewhere around there,
body pillows
someone
make
was
sense.
shopping for pillowcases on Sears.com when he inexplicably scrolled past
That's
this.
so hot of them. Yeah.
The Kirby-themed fetish art from the Netherlands had somehow made its way to Sears in the form of 631 household items. We're talking drawstring bags, teddy bears, sleeping masks for the
637?
misses, clocks, 200 types of magnets for some reason, even a set of cufflinks. You could furnish your
Cufflinks.
entire house with the Kirby hentai collection currently available at Sears, and it had apparently been sitting there since April of the previous year.
Bro.
So how does this happen? Now, this is one of those things that's so genuinely
asking me,
insane
bro?
that
How
we
am I
just
gonna-
have to go
That's why I
minute by
came here
minute.
to
So
this video.
here is the timeline, starting with the minute 4chan found out.
It's always
September
4chan,
25th,
bro.
3:21 a.m.
That's one day
4chan
before
standard time.
my
A user
birthday.
begins a thread on the comics and cartoons board with
Except
a link
I was probably
to one of
turning
the Kirby
9
products.
that year.
Quote, "What the flip is going on?" He explains that looking up the phrase King DDD drooling while eating unlocks the part of the Sears website with all the hentai on it. So naturally, traffic to the website explodes.
Bro.
And he wasn't kidding, by the way. This term returned pages and pages of household items with some very eye-catching pornography on them. At least, he's pretty sure that's what he saw. Keep that in mind. And the floodgate was
Okay.
open. Horrified 4chan
What, he was on
users
LSD
flocked
at
to
the time?
retailer site and confirmed that, yes, these were real products eligible for in-store pickup and potentially in-store return. And apparently in-store returns take a
pickup is
long time.
wild.
But there was no time to waste. Anons immediately begin theory crafting. One guy says what everyone's thinking. This has to be some kind of a prank. You know, some act of revenge against Sears by an employee. Another guy says, who's ever responsible, let's blame Reddit anyway. Wise words. Now, as rumors circulated,
I did
someone
not know that
started a
Reddit.
related
I did
thread
not know
on a
that Reddit and
website called-
4chan existed at the same time. That was probably like, there's got to be like 4chan versus Reddit civil wars. Well, not civil wars, but like wars out there, right? That almost broke the internet. That's got to be
called
something.
something awful. And those guys had an even better theory. Could it be that the Sears employee who approved this design or these products or whatever it was simply didn't know what he was looking at? Because there was actually something about
Tumblr
this
versus
drawing that
4chan
was
wars?
very odd.
What is Tumblr?
I'm not allowed to show porn.
What is Tumblr? Because I know what Reddit is. 4chan is like the same thing as Reddit. Is Tumblr just the same thing as that? It's just all forums where people just post images and write descriptions of it or write stories or something.
Pornography on YouTube.
Tumblr is mainly pictures.
Here's the
Okay.
full image with a minor detail changed. Can you tell, and I mean right away in the first nanosecond, can you tell what this is supposed to be? This might sound controversial, but I could not tell either.
No.
It took me a few seconds, and it is literally my job to identify images like this. Now put yourself in the mind of an average adult So a non-internet poisoned person working for
Can't do
Sears
that.
in
I cannot be doing it. Tumblr is
2011,
like Instagram.
and you can
Okay.
see where the problem is starting to form. If you had never seen these characters before, or like most people, you were completely unfamiliar with the concept of cartoon adult
Why they
artwork,
gotta be
or you
drooling,
just
bro?
forgot your glasses at home that
Why
day,
he gotta be
what you might
salivating?
see is some kind of a weird blue penguin drooling and lifting a ball towards his mouth.
We didn't know
Which
about
is almost certainly
sex
where
is
that bizarre
2011.
search term DDD drooling while eating.
What is that? We didn't know about sex is 2011. What is that? I never heard of this before. Yogurt, do you know what that is? Because I'd like to say, oh, I've never heard about it because I'm not 40. But Yogurt always knows this stuff when I don't know it. So somebody explain.
Came from, because the artist certainly didn't title it that. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. 3:33 a.m. The 4chan thread hadn't been up for 15 minutes
so?
when one of the links
She said that it took her a while to identify that, and imagine how long it would take for someone in 2011. Oh, I thought We Didn't Know About Sex was like an album for like an indie Beatles or something. Like I thought it was some obscure indie movie. Anyway,
breaks. It's probably nothing, 4chan thought. It's not like 200 of us are visiting Sears.com at 3 in the morning to buy a bumper sticker. This won't have consequences of any kind. 3:43 a.m. Another listing disappears, and then another, and then a dozen more. It was like 3 9/11s and 10 1984s. And then as if it couldn't get any worse,
Orgy,
that was
what
when
happened
some
in 1984? And is that the year you were born or no? No, it's close though. Does anybody know what happened in 1984? Was that when JFK was assassinated? That's the year my dad was born. Okay. Orgy's the same age as your mom. And wants to kiss your dad. So Orgy just wants to replace your mom, I think.
guy barged into that main 4chan thread and he said, "Hey guys, hi.
A
Do I
guy at
have
my
your
work
attention?"
is born in 1984.
Yeah,
I found
fun's
out
over. I
yesterday
told
he was
customer
turning
service.
41.
And this was followed by several people
Wow.
also claiming that they had tipped off Fox News and even Bill O'Reilly specifically. Now, whether they were trolling or not, by now Sears had absolutely noticed and they were shutting it down. And in some kind
Do you guys think I'm cooler now that I'm 20? Like back when I was 19, did y'all think differently of me now that I am 20? I work with boomers. Yeah, but that makes sense. Ties goes to I think older people are cooler, so you think Orgy's cooler than me? Like how old are we talking? But I was about to say Ty's trying to make friends with a 36-year-old. And I'm not talking at McDonald's. I'm talking about at the nurse's home. But at McDonald's, I swear some of the ladies in there are like 50 something. Like if you're a teenager working at McDonald's, that makes sense. Like you fit right in. And I wish most of McDonald's was only teenagers, but unfortunately there's also a lot of like weird like people who aren't homeless but look like it. You know what I mean? That's the other kind of person that works at McDonald's. I think Orgy was cooler when he was older than you but younger than he is currently. Huh? So I think 20 is a nice number. 20 is a nice number. And you know 21 and 22 are also nice numbers. Once I hit 23 though, that's when I'm going to start being a little scared. 20 is pretty old. Oh god. All right.
of horrible coincidence.
All right.
And I'm not even being facetious when I say it's a horrible
I don't know what that
coincidence.
means, words
You might
mean.
not know this, but there were originally 5 4chan threads documenting this thing as it happened. And people were complaining that they kept going in and out. There's evidence of this on the main thread because the other 4 have been lost to time. And I don't know if they ever went back up, but they were never archived. There are like barely any survivors from this incident. I'm not saying
What does
Sears did it,
MFW mean?
but this certainly didn't harm the reputation in any way. I'm not saying Sears did it. That's crazy. Anyway, 3:51 a.m.
My
Users
face
are
when
frantically taking screenshots and placing orders because
I
there
thought it
was
would be like MFers work. I thought it was NSFW, but you know,
no guarantee that Sears would even ship this stuff in the first place. And who knows, maybe once Sears was done
Like, not for
destroying the
work.
links,
Just
they
not for
destroyed
work.
the witnesses. A
Oh, wait,
distress
that's-
call goes
that's-
out to the rest of the internet.
never mind.
Guys, we have to find the artist. If anyone knows what this is doing at Sears, it would be the guy who drew it. Only
Probably
he
not,
didn't.
actually.
4:09 a.m. Storm Dragon Blue, that artist behind the original image, he finds out that someone is selling his stolen fetish art at an
MFW,
American big box store. And not only did he have
NSFW.
no clue what it was doing there,
Thank you very
he
much
kinda
for that
thought it was
message
funny.
that I understand.
At 5:13, he posts a short journal to his Fur Affinity page. He says, "Yeah, that's my art, all right." He claims he didn't feel that Sears was ripping him off, and he didn't see a point in suing, which was probably
Yoga,
smart
are you
because
ever
should
gonna
keep
draw
in mind
fetish
that
art?
He would be a Dutch plaintiff suing a major American retailer over copyright infringement on a piece of fetish art from a video game for kids and families. So it probably wasn't worth it. Time was
Oh.
passing, and
That'd be so fire, though. That would be such a, like, even if it's not worth your time, definitely not worth your money, it would be so funny, that lawsuit against Sears. Fanny Shark Fetish Art. What do you, yeah, fetish art. That's what I said was fetish art. I could turn down the video a little bit if it's too loud.
no one could dig up a compelling answer as to
I barely
why
turned it
this was
down.
on the Sears website. But they actually had a secret weapon this entire time. They just didn't know. Amidst all the posting and seething and theorizing, one user on Something Awful, a guy named Yoshi Jang, quietly
Ooh.
places his order for
Jang.
one item. You know, just to
October 5th, 2011. Exactly 20 days before I turned 6 years
see
old.
what this was all about. And this order
Was
was
that a
actually gonna
sign?
bust the whole case wide open.
Probably.
But it wouldn't arrive for at least 5 days. And in the meantime, the search had gotten so desperate that detectives turned to the furries on Reddit,
Wow.
to which the furries on Reddit
Wow.
cryptically responded. 5 words. The Sears Human Flesh Grill. Part 2. The
Bro.
Sears Human Flesh
Bro.
Grill.
Hold on. Before we move on, Yogurt already knows what this means, but Orgy, like, just between you and me, what could this possibly mean? What could this possibly mean, bro? The only thing that I could, obviously the Sears part just means that they were like selling it at Sears or something. But where's the human flesh come in? Marketed as a nah, it's got to be deeper than that. It's got to be deeper than that. It can't just be a grill. It's got to be a grill with like one of those PNGs or whatever, where they just paste on a human man's face or an elderly man, and the whole grill is just a face. It's got to be something like that.
Theory
There's
time.
no way.
Pardon my French, but do you remember how I mentioned that this was not the first time Sears had some fucked up thing
I do
on their
remember you
website?
saying that earlier.
That's because it wasn't. They actually
Okay.
had a similar incident take place in 2009. And unlike the bootleg porn thing, this one made the news. So what happened? On August 20th of 2009,
Grills to
so
cook
only 2 years
babies?
before this, a Reddit user called
9
G
and
Fixler
11?
discovered a
That's
rather
freaky,
hilarious
bro.
design flaw
2009 and 2011, back when I thought it was that guy who had his leg amputated, then accidentally left his leg in his grill, which he later sold to some other guy, and the two guys had a custody battle over the leg. Is that a real thing that happened? How do you know all this stuff, bro? How do you just know all this stuff? What you mean he amputated his leg and then accidentally left it in a grill? And what is the other guy gonna do with a leg? I did not know about that either, Orgy. What do you, like, what? This is Smiling Friends, by the way. I've seen every episode except accept something. No, we believe you. We know that that's a real thing that happened. Most of the crazy stuff that you say is a real thing that happened. I'm just saying, like, how do you even know about that? Nah, never mind. I know. You probably saw it in a Justin Wang video. Justin Wang, right? It's been a while since I even
on the Sears website. He
said
posted
that
his
or heard
findings
it.
to r/funny. So this is a subreddit with an audience of
Like, that
thousands of
literally
people,
has
and he explains the following.
his
Some
name
parts of the
written all
Sears
over it.
website retrieved a lot of page information, not from a database, but from like information that the user was submitting. So if you changed a few words around up here, you could change anything.
This time, it was
in
not
here.
from a Justin
Naturally,
Wang
this
video.
results in the human flesh grill.
What the
Unlike most other
fudge?
retailers in the summer of 2009, Sears had a whole grilling section called Human Cooking, with subsections like body part roaster and grills to cook
What?
veggies and more.
What?
But the craziest thing is that
Bro.
the Sears website was somehow even more clapped than anyone knew,
Yo.
because it also turns
Yo.
out that they preloaded frequently accessed pages, even if they were vandalized. So if you sent 100 people the link that you generated by messing up the website, the link to what is now, for instance, the human flesh grill at Sears, and if even half of those people clicked on it, according to legend, congratulations, that was now the page that just showed up when you wanted to buy a grill. This was a dark day for Sears. TMZ, Snopes, and even Fox News had picked up the story. And when TMZ asked a Sears representative for comment, they could only say, "Oh my god, this is horrible, oh my god." Of
Oh
course,
my
being
god.
TMZ, they
This is
vastly
horrible.
overstated the case here. They called it vandalism when I guess it like technically wasn't, and they made it sound as if Sears was being attacked by epic hackers as opposed to by their own poor web design. So what part of this explains the Kirby Sears incident?
Yeah, what part?
Unfortunately, none of it. Returning to our investigation now, as much as 4chan and Something Awful wanted to believe that a human flesh grill
Bro,
incident
I don't hate it, but it's just wild how she really just like I know she's talking about this fetish art, but just whenever there's like a transition moment, she just pops up this image of King K. Rool. That's his name, right? Just giving everything he's got to this it just took me by surprise this time.
was the
I'm not gonna
story
lie.
here. You can't vandalize a
I don't know
website
why.
into shipping you something it doesn't already sell. And the multiple people in those threads who swore that they placed
Let
orders
me
and they
get
would
my
show proof
wallet.
any second now,
I'm
none
buying
of them
this.
followed up. 6 days and 600 deleted listings later, it was over. Sears had won. Or so they thought, because someone named Yoshi
That's the crocodile
Jang
from Donkey
revives
Kong.
the thread on Something Awful,
Oh.
because Something Awful
Yeah, they said
had
this dude is
just arrived in the mail.
DDD
It was
or
real.
something.
I hope you didn't think this video was leading up to some kind of a rug pull, because not only was this unofficial Kirby dinner plate 100% real, it was even worse in person. Yoshi Jang did something unprecedented by having this demonic entity sent to his house. He did more than purchase the only dinner plate in the world with an image of King DDD having sex
For
on it.
now.
He did more than confirm with physical proof what was seconds away from becoming an internet urban legend. And now
Okay.
online detectives had a massive break in the case, because this dinner plate actually gives us 3 major clues. 1, this is physical proof that products exist as described on the website. So
Okay.
this categorically is not vandalism. Sadly, we must rule out the Sears human flesh grill, which, if we're being honest, was probably never going to be the answer anyway, but it was really funny and I wanted to share.
Yeah,
Clue
true.
number 2. On
I
the second
guess.
page of that Something Awful thread, someone points out this company called Carson's Collectibles. Now, this is the name of the vendor that shows up on Sears.com and on the packing slip, so that is almost certainly our guy. So if this is a real product that somehow got approved, what kind of company would make this? Well, here's what they dug up. Carson's Collectibles is what is known as a third-party vendor, meaning they're not directly related to Sears, they're just allowed to sell stuff on their website. And that makes it hard to establish an internet footprint. But luckily,
What?
not only did Carson's Collectibles have one, it's really fun. According to this post on Something Awful, Carson's is run by a guy named Joseph C. Smith. And this guy really does have a thing with
That's the dude who wrote the Bible. Joseph Smith. The most, boring name. The most common first and last name, but like still. That's not a coincidence, bro. That dude knew that the reckoning, what's it called? The rapture was gonna happen. So he was like, let me give everybody a sign by putting up some fetish porn. Joseph Smithold. Sure.
Names because Carson's goes by multiple. Austin Custom Specialists LLC, Artsmith Inc., and Custom Specialists
How did you
Notebook
know
Store
that?
on eBay. Now, regardless of the name,
Because you usually don't know stuff. All right.
Carson's claims
No,
to sell,
I mean, I
quote,
knew it because
quality
it's...
collectible merchandise.
I know a little bit of Mormon stuff because of Cutie Cinderella, but what do you mean what do you mean I don't know stuff? What do you mean I usually don't know stuff? I'm well endowed in the universe's feats of knowledge. Never mind. I don't even know.
the public. Now, this is all
Look at
kinds
those
of
crystals,
dishonest.
bro.
First of
Those
all,
look like
the
some nice
public
diamonds.
vocally did not like it. Carson's had an F rating with the Better Business Bureau because apparently their customer service was that bad. Second of all, you're probably wondering what kind of quality collectibles were they selling?
You know what I was thinking? Guys, on Halloween, right? I went to at 11 a.m. I went to I didn't know that. Well, cool. On Halloween, I took my grandma, I went to the hospital, and then we took my grandma to hospice, and I cried, and she looked at me from the back of the car, and she said, "What's wrong?" And I cried more. But then, after all that, I went home at like, I don't know if I went home twice that day, but I went home at like 9 p.m. at some point, and I went to my neighbor, my upstairs neighbor, who lives in the same like house as me. I went to her house because last year she said on Halloween, she was like, make sure to come get some candy for trick-or-treating or whatever. And so I said, okay, I said trick or treat. And so this time she was giving out candy and I was like, trick or treat. And then she asked me about my grandma. I was like, oh yeah, it's bad. But then, she gave me this. I've never received juice for Halloween, and I feel like this would be so easy to poison, right? Like I put a little bit of cyanide in a needle, and I'll poke that needle through a little part right here. I'm pretty sure it would close right back up. Check for syringe marks. That's what I'm saying. But I don't like needles can be so tiny that I don't think I would even notice. But I mean, if I squeeze it and nothing comes out, then you're good. But I feel like liquids are not you shouldn't be giving liquids away for you shouldn't be giving them away for Halloween probably. But also I have no idea what this is. I've never had one of these before, so I'm gonna start drinking it. Unless it's a wine cork, those efforts mend themselves. This is not a wine cork. This is a taste test. I assume this is blue raspberry. It's good until 2026, September 16th, one day before my grandma's birthday. I like it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys know, but there's like these wax things that are they're made of the same material, but it's like shaped like a bottle and it's got like a little thing at the top, like a little nub, and then you twist it and then okay. And is there anything wrong with that, Orgy? I'm allowed to drink sexually. I'm allowed to turn on the masses, okay? I feel like that juice doesn't look appetizing. I think it's gonna taste like a blue blast. Can you read that? It says blue blast. No, it doesn't. It says fruit barrels. That's true. You know, I've never been too like AI is taking over. I've always thought, like, since I seen the AI art and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, AI is taking over and it's bad. But Moist Critical made a video like yesterday or 2 days ago, only 5 minutes long, but he said that an AI person, like an AI thing, literally made, I do too, literally made a record deal. $3 million record deal for an AI character. That's insane. Like, some lady typed in a few sentences and it was like, okay, make a song, and then they like put a name on the thing that was singing the song, and that name literally got sold for like $3 million to a record company. Like, is that not insane? Like, it's actually taking over music. Like, the full-on industry. Like, they could put out an entire album made by an AI thing, and they could sell it at Walmart and stuff. Like, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. Because the record companies are the ones making the music, you know what I mean? They're the ones distributing it. They're just going to stop having people distribute it. You know what I mean? And they're just going to make only them do it. But you know what I realized? I realized AI wouldn't be bad. Why is capital I and lowercase I the same symbol? Did we run out? Capital I and lowercase L. That doesn't seem very profitable, TBH. I mean, but it's not. Well, first of all, it's stupid to spend $3 million on an AI character that you can make it yourself. Hello. But also, it's stupid how I forgot what I was saying. No, it's not profitable. But the only profitable thing is that they could probably sell it for a lot of money. Thanks. I've worn it every single stream. So, anyway. No, I don't know why. Capital I is supposed to be like this, Orgy. There's supposed to be two things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just like it? Thank you. Thanks, bro.
It
Back
was
to the video.
gay hentai merchandise. Now, I want to say that this is a sentiment I've seen reflected in both threads. I was not able to find a screenshot to that effect, and obviously, even if I was,
don't like
I
it
couldn't
anymore.
show it to you. So please just take that with a grain of salt. So
I
not
have no
only
idea what
was
she's
this
talking about anymore.
quality merchandise
I
not
completely
suitable
forgot.
for the
It's been
public,
too long.
but given how many times this guy got banned from eBay, he probably used stolen artwork too. And that is the kind of thing that a certain pocket of the internet will notice. How do we know he's banned from eBay? Let's assume his eBay storefront with 3 billion 5-star reviews is legit. Even if that was true, this Carson's guy also left behind a couple of forum posts that read like this. Help, I'm banned from eBay. Does anyone know how I can get around this? I want to keep selling stuff. And if I wanted
Where
this
did it
video
say
to suck,
that?
this would be a great
I was trying
get
to
around
look.
this.
Where does it say that? I don't see the word help, but I do see, wait, no, I don't. She literally just rearranged the words
I want to keep
and
selling
made up
stuff.
some of her own.
And if I wanted this video to suck, this would be a great place to end it, because on paper, this does answer all the questions. The when, the who,
I think
and
it's
the
just
how.
a summary.
But the
Yeah,
how
but I
of
was
Kirby
trying to read
hentai being
along.
sold at Sears is actually much less interesting to me than the why. And this is where we get into our final clue. The third worst thing. 3. There are only 2 types of bootlegs in this world. The kind with weird cartoon porn on them,
Okay,
and the kind without. There's no way around it. I have to tell you about the Fat Albert Vor necklace. Part 3. Fat Albert. I know I'm throwing a lot of ideas at you right now, but I promise I will explain everything. So early on in both the 4chan
That doesn't mean I'm gonna
and
be able to
Something Awful
understand
threads,
it.
users remark
Got 'em.
on how much this Kirby Sears thing reminds them of other times in recent memory when fetish art appeared on merchandise. Art that they knew to be adult in nature, while others did not. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, here goes the YouTuber making a video essay
Fat Albert
hitting
the
me
rat
with the
with
I know what you're
glasses.
thinking. Well, I do know what you're thinking. I do know what you're thinking. And you're probably thinking, bootleg?
Bro, that was hot the way she pointed at me. No, I have no idea who the rat with glasses is. Who's the rat with glasses? Who is that? Fat Albert is from a movie where he comes out of the TV and then tries to go, he doesn't want to go back in the TV, and he's fat. I only learned that like a few months ago.
With
I never seen the movie.
fetish art on it? Surely this cannot be a long list.
Point at me
Me
again.
with the I know what you're thinking. Well, I do know what you're thinking. I do know what you're thinking. And you're probably thinking, bootleg with incognito fetish art on it? Surely this cannot be a long list. So let's get into it. First up, someone on 4chan.
What? He doesn't even have glasses. This is the Mr. Lovalova. Mr. Bombastic. Orgy, you can't... okay. I was going to say, you can't just not tell us what you're talking about. But I figure you probably have to... You're probably looking for it. That is not a rat. What? Orgy, what are you on right now, bro? We need to move you into hospice? Brother. You did not confuse Arthur with Fat Albert. Bro, who are you? Who are you? How do you confuse Arthur the armadillo from a PBS cartoon with Fat Albert? That's not even... There's one letter. One letter that's the same. This dude isn't even fat. What the... What? That's crazy. That's actually villainous behavior, bro. Oh my god. How do I mute this thing? Parakeet's domain. There we go. Anyway, back to the video. Orgy, I feel like that's... I've never seen Arthur the show. Doesn't matter. I feel like that's the most insane thing that has ever left your fingers. But that's not me discouraging you from typing stuff.
And reminisces.
That was funny.
Wow, first
so
those
it was good.
pregnant Gwen
but
Tennyson
still.
stickers, and now this. What is going on? For those who don't know what that is, in 2011, which I guess was like a huge year for this kind of thing, a sticker sheet inexplicably surfaced online depicting this young couple expecting a child.
With her own
the
brother.
Young couple is a pair of 10-year-old cousins who act like siblings
Oh,
from
that's
the
her
wildly
cousin?
popular kids cartoon Ben 10. Obviously, any
I thought they
bootleg
were
fan
brother
art
and
featuring
sister
a
this
pair
whole
of
time.
Pregnant cousin siblings would be innately
20
funny
years.
to those who recognize what it's from. But when you start trying to answer the question of where did this seemingly innocuous artwork come from and for what reason was it made, it becomes abundantly clear.
I need to take a typing
this is
break to do some
100%
laundry.
fetish
Wait
art.
for me.
It's just that there's no way in hell Grandma would know that
How
when
do we
she's
do that?
buying it for you at the store.
How are we gonna
Unfortunately,
wait
the
for
original
you?
artwork for this proved hard to track down,
You
and I
don't
had very
even-
little
okay,
desire
okay.
to actually find it, but I did find this Gwen 10 pregnancy art on DeviantArt, also from 2011, so I can only assume that this was a really big thing in the past. Next up,
Yeah.
on Something Awful,
Pregnant
another guy
stuff.
says, you know, the first thing this whole Kirby boondoggle reminded me of was that Fat Albert Rule 34 Vor charm that somehow ended up on eBay. Now let me break it down for you. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, a cartoon that ran from 1972 to 1985, and being a cartoon, produced some merch. Rule 34, slang for pornography. Of course, that definition is so expansive on the internet as to include things like vor. Vor, or vorarophilia, is a fetish for swallowing someone whole or for being swallowed. Unlike the Sears Flesh Grill, this is not a cannibalism thing. It is just a fantasy, and one that enjoys inflated popularity on websites like Fur Affinity and...
Dude, Yogurt, should my next fan art be... Nah, I'm not doing that. Can you imagine my next fan art is me posted up with, like, stable Ronaldo, and I just made him fat, and I just do a x-ray vision of me inside of him? Oh, wait, no, it would be me that's fat, and then it would be x-ray vision him inside of me. I might actually have to do that, bro. I might actually have to do some vor stuff. Maybe not, though. But, hey, it's just a thought. Keep it in the back of your head, bro.
So putting it all together, the Fat Albert vor ornament, if you will, was some kind of belly-themed fetish art that some guy found online and probably did not know to be adult in nature, and then he reproduced it in the form of this cubic zirconia chain ornament that was sold on eBay for $200. In the seller's own words, quote, "It depicts Fat Albert in movement, with Bucky caught in the way and against Albert's wide stomach. From kids to teenagers to adults, this charm is guaranteed to attract any age audience." Also, I recognize this is not the biggest issue here, but I'm pretty sure that's Dumb Donald. And the examples in the threads alone go on. Merch with Street Fighter art, furry fetish mouse pads, weirdly sexual and threatening bumper stickers,
I like Eat
things
Apple.
like that. Put simply, bootlegs like this, especially in the early 2010s it seems, are just tailor-made to be circulated on the internet because they're a seemingly alien arrangement of random pop culture items. They kind of scratch that, like, post-ironic itch. Harry Potter Sonic Obama backpack being an excellent example. So I'm explaining all this for a reason. Why does this happen?
I don't know why I said like
does
that.
some
I don't
bootleg
understand
merch
still.
have a weirdly sexual image on it that is only decipherable to brain-rotted internet people? I believe the simplest explanation is this. Bootlegging, especially in the realm of cartoons and anime and video games, is more commonly an enterprise in developing countries. Seven Granddad being the famous example.
Granddad!
And that means several things. For instance, that means there's a language barrier. So concepts like these two...
Did she say the most common example?
Countries. Seven Granddad being the famous example.
The famous example. Yogurt, did you know about Seven Granddad, the Mario ripoff? Because, shocker, I didn't. Honestly, I can't think of any famous bootleg stuff. But still.
And that means several things. For instance, that means there's a language barrier. So concepts like these two being cousins, let alone children, rendered in this art style, are lost in translation. And as mentioned several times before, the likelihood that the Indonesian or Chinese or Chilean manufacturer of these items, who probably just ripped this art from the internet at random, the likelihood that anyone involved knows that this odd-looking cartoon is actually fetishistic in nature.
I've heard Drawfee mention it.
It's close to zero.
Wow.
I'm sure
I haven't
is
seen that
incredibly
episode.
obvious to a lot of you, but
Dude,
I just really wanted to
will you watch a YouTube channel that's been around for 13 years for the first time? I don't even know if it's 13, but for the first time, like now, there's so much stuff. And I've watched a lot of their videos, but there's still so many videos that and honestly, I don't even like the older stuff. You know? Like the videos, the 6 years ago and on videos, I like. 7, 8 years ago videos, I could tolerate them. And then the videos from way back, or I could tolerate all of them, but that's not the videos that I want to watch.
point home for people who have never seen or even heard of this type of fetish art before. And I use the phrase fetish art because the fact is, and the elephant in the room here really, is that some fetishes are so abstract that for an average person, they would never register as anything other than weird art, even if they do give you that gut feeling. As the Something Awful thread points out, Quote, anyone short of being a total nerd is going to see these and think they are weird but just silly cartoons. And even if you disagree completely, let's agree on this. If it's popular, it's going on the book bag. And unfortunately,
Yup.
this absolutely applies to cartoon porn when it looks enough like the real thing. And on the topic of...
So basically, moral of the story is to make sure that none of your art gets stolen and bootlegged, and to make sure that you don't bootleg any stolen art, everybody needs to just make all the art like, what's the word? Like graphic. Like we need, this one doesn't show penis. It maybe shows a little bit of sack. I don't know. She blurred out part of it when she showed it, but we need to show more sack, show more penis, vagina, butt, boobs, all of it. We need to show the clitoral hood in our fetish art. That way there's no misinterpretations like that. Right?
real thing, let's finally, conclusively put it all together. Based on everything that I have learned about the Sears furry porn incident, unless I am missing something major, in which case, please let me know. It is so difficult to research things like this. I do get things wrong sometimes. I apologize, but know that it is...
Edit correction. Upon further review, the case of the Japanese septic tank guy is most likely foul play. Thank you to everyone who sent me more information about this. I don't even remember what that is. Japanese septic tank guy? What does foul play even mean? That's not the dude that got pregnant, right? Japanese septic tank guy. I don't know. I was hoping I could find it by looking at the thumbnails, but I don't know.
Genuinely just because I don't know what I don't know. Anyway, this is
Valid.
how I believe things went down. In 2004, there's a new vendor operating out of Austin, Texas,
Yup.
called Carson's Collectibles. Joseph C. Smith, the man ostensibly running this business, makes mass-produced items on the cheap, most likely using a website similar to Cafe Press or any of those that let you
Don't know
print
what that
things
even
onto
is.
mugs and t-shirts and so on.
I don't know what
applies
that
to
even
sell his wares
is,
on
bro.
Sears' website and gets approved, which is great news because it looks like his eBay storefront is not doing too hot. Now, over in the Netherlands on May 1st of 2008, Storm Dragon Blue
Excuse
reposts
me.
his Kirby fetish art from his personal blog onto Fur Affinity. And I couldn't find a suitable place in the video to mention this, but this link is really important. On the same day, and this happens with Fur Affinity artwork all the time when it's adult in nature, on the same day this image is cross-posted to a website called Pahil, which is a massive adult image aggregation site. Pahil is the type of website that hundreds of other sites repost from. It's kind of like a cartoon erotica mothership, and this proliferation is most likely how the DDD image ended up in the sludge of Google image search results. And that will matter in a second. Now, from here, I think it could go two ways. Given Carson's history, alleged, of selling gay adult collectibles, the guy behind this is either a furry himself,
Are those
or
gay
just
adult
intimately
collectibles?
familiar with what sells and where to find this type of furry artwork. Or, what I think is more likely, is this guy had a vague familiarity with video games, but not too much. I suspect that between May 1st, 2008 and April 27th, 2010, Carson's Collectibles scraped Google Images for art related to Nintendo or Kirby or anything in that neighborhood. He was familiar enough with Kirby to recognize the character of King DDD by name, but otherwise misread the image because he wasn't brain rotted and
Drooling
called
while
it King
eating.
DDD drooling while eating. I guess there's like a chance he knew exactly what it was and he tried to sell it at Sears anyway.
That's
But
the
I feel
best
like the kind of
outcome.
person who would do that could not resist eventually taking credit for it, if even anonymously.
That's a good
'cause it would be
point.
like lay epic prank of the century. Unfortunately, why Carson's Collectibles specifically chose this image and named it that, and tried to peddle it at Sears, we will never truly know. And the rest is
Team DDD fetish plate being sold through Sears. The economic recession and my birth, 2008, couldn't be a better year. Right. That's I agree with everything you said.
history. Carson's unleashes
2008 was great.
631 Kirby porn items onto Sears.com, and miraculously, no one notices for over a year, until they do, and then the whole thing gets swiftly memory holed. With one loose end. Why did this drawing exist in the first place? We must credit the artist. Storm Dragon Blue, who's gone by multiple aliases and currently goes by Mao Otter, has been active in the online furry art space since around 2007, so he's kind of a
Bro,
vet.
you gotta be
He
so
posted all sorts of fetish
desensitized.
art to his personal website.
Do people who draw fetish art get off to fetish art? Because there's no way that you could draw something or like write something and then still be attracted to it. That's why people that have been married for 40 years don't have sex.
And to Fur Affinity, where he remains active today. Storm Dragon Blue is a connoisseur at the buffet table of furry fetishes. He's drawn everything from latex to inflation to weight gain to diapers to hypnosis to feet to tickling to transformation, like literally everything. And in a way,
I'm
the Kirby
overstimulated,
art was
bro.
actually the odd one out, because it was actually just a gift for his friend. As he wrote in the original description, is it me, or am I on a birdie
You
art
gotta
flight?
not have
Just
that
about
friend,
anything
bro.
I draw has a beak. I dedicate this one to Gradius. I know you like him. DDD normally has a white belly, but I believe he looks sexier all blue. So that's it. This whole thing only happened because of fetish art between friends. And through a highly improbable series of events that could only ever happen on the internet, it went all the way up the chain of command and got sold at Sears. But I guess if you put something like that online, expect it to come Kirby right back at you.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
This has been Bad Art History.
If every time you make an art piece with the intention or like knowing the possibility that it could just go and be sold at a Sears, that would probably make your art so cool.
Thank you so much to the patron cells for keeping the dream alive, and thank you to everyone who waited so long between videos. No more breaks like this for the foreseeable future. If you want uncensored videos and outtakes where I laugh and I mess up my lines, or if you want to see all the extra stuff that I don't put in this video, please consider joining the Patreon.
There's nothing wrong with taking a 4-month break. There really isn't. Is this the one where he leaks his stuff? Yeah. There's really nothing wrong with taking a 4-month break. I know it feels bad because I've done it. I felt bad. I didn't take 4 months, but still, there's really nothing wrong. Like, you don't need to feel sorry or whatever.
Before I cannonball into the spaghetti and meatballs of today's topic, I'd like
How old is this video? 2 weeks. That's not bad. It did happen 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks is the turning point of my
to let you all know
month.
I've been actively
So
working on my Mickey Mouse impression, so please let me know your thoughts. Pluto. So with that out of the way, I'm going to
I think I'm better
all
than
of
him at
my
that.
analytics from my lifetime of being on YouTube and almost a decade of being on Twitch.
Does he tell us why he decided to do this? Like, why did he just do it?
Now, the reason for this is, a week ago I made a video called I'm Turning It
Oh.
Off, and in that video I'm explaining why I'm disabling any and all means of people having the ability to donate money to me.
Yup,
No more
I seen
super
that.
chats, no more YouTube memberships, for all intents and purposes, no more bits on Twitch. I say all
Goodbye. It's time to rest, especially because I feel sick and my head hurts for no reason. So, hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope Grammy gets better. Good night, Yogurt Boys. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad to see you for the first time in freaking 6 weeks. 3 weeks. And, yeah. I don't know when I'll stream next, but I will let the Discord know just in case. But anyway, have a good one. Rest easy.
intents and purposes, because you can't actually fully disable that on Twitch. Once you start streaming on there, you're fucking shackled to the Bits ecosystem. It cannot be turned off. So I made the minimum so high that no one can pay it, hopefully, and actively
That's good for
discouraging
me,
people
though.
from subbing on Twitch as well. Any and all avenues where people could just give me clams,
Because then that way I can still
am
get
just
money.
putting the kibosh on. I should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Might as well get the farty sharded now. The reason is super simple. I would much rather you keep your money, use it for yourself, or use it for things you deem important, whether it's charitable causes or what have you. But just stop forking it over to me. Now, since posting
That's
that video,
valid.
there's been a lot of questions and even
'Cause he's
somewhat
rich.
of a pushback from other streamers about
He's
how,
very
like,
rich.
this sets a bad precedent where it like starts to shame other streamers if they don't follow my footsteps here. Let me be clear. I'm not trying to make a rallying cry here. I'm not your dad. You do what you want with your own streams. Keep donations and subs on out the wazoo.
I'm
forever.
going to.
I don't care. That's your
I'm literally going to because I want the money. Because I have no money.
prerogative. This was just my own personal decision. Obviously, that wasn't like the most prevalent take or anything, but it is a conversation I saw stirring about after I posted that video, because there are some streamers that believe that normal people having the ability to give them money helps them feel included in the community, part of the crew, part of the ship, and it's like integral to the streaming experience to be able to like sub and donate. And
Yeah,
things like
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
I've never really shared that perspective. I've always viewed streaming as content that you are providing to viewers for free. And if someone's nice enough to toss you a doubloon, you tip your fedora saying, "Holly jolly, thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger," and move on. But it's not an obligation, and no one should feel like they need to be able to give you money to be included in the community. That feels very parasocial to me. But that's just my own view on it. But what I will tell you, breaking the magician's code here, there is no top streamer that needs your financial support to put food on the table or continue providing those streams
That's true.
for you. Also, the bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads in the first place.
That's also true.
Anyway, though, I think this stems from people just not really knowing how much money a top streamer can make on
Not
Twitch,
for me.
example. So
For a top streamer, the bulk of the money come from the ads. For me, the bulk of the money come from not the ads, from subscriptions. Because I only get like 2 cents of ads every stream. So
let me show you my analytics from my lifetime on Twitch. Now, Twitch analytics are a
Whoa!
little wonky here on the back
That's
end,
a-
so I wasn't able to
that's
just
a-
set the date
I don't know.
range from 2017 to 2025 because it would just freeze.
Cheering.
It would just have a conniption. I bet the Twitch HQ
Dude, his
server
ads are
just
so
fucking
low.
caught flame with
Did
me
you
trying
wait
to
for
do
me?
that, so I had to break it up
I
into
waited
chunks.
for you. Yogurt
So
did not.
2017 is when I really
And also, after this video, I'm gonna end because it's still not too late to go see my grandma, and that's what I was gonna do. But because I like to do it twice a day, but I also really wanted to stream. I would have seen her at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, but I wanted to stream at 6, so I do it after, So, sorry about that.
started like actually streaming on Twitch.
But
had
yeah, I
dabbled in
waited for you.
2016, but it wasn't until 2017 where I got like.
Bro, what
partnered
the
and
heck
everything.
happened on this day? What did he do this day to where he got that many subs, that many Prime subs, that many paid subs? Oh, those are all gifted. Bro, his ad revenue is so low. Also, what happened this day to where he got that much cheering? That's so weird.
So from 2017 to 2019,
He was shirtless
I
that
made
stream? How would you know that? Does he say that?
$5,500 for those 2 years.
He has to say
I
that
wasn't
at some
full-time
point.
streaming at this point or anything. It was just a bit of goofing around, having some fun, and it brought in $55,500. From 2019 to 2021 is when I took it a lot more seriously. As you can see, my time streamed went from 600 hours on the 2 years to 3,600 hours.
Oh.
And I made $1.2 million for those 2 years.
Wow!
And this was before my Twitch contract, so the only ads that were running on my stream were like the pre-roll ads, the ones that Twitch would insert themselves.
Yeah.
So this was still without ads.
Time streamed 36.
$1.2 million.
Y'all want to
Almost-
compare my analytics now? And I'll compare my analytics for my entire life. Just to one up this guy. What is that? How did a ladybug get in my house? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am scared of ladybugs. So, that guy right there is scary to me. This is what my revenue chart looks like. And get ready, because it looks a little bit different. It's literally like a bunch of money at the beginning, and then like no money, and then every now and then just a little bit of money every now and then. How many paychecks did Twitch give you so far? I think it's still at 2, but it might be 3. No, it's at 3. I've received a total of 268 pretty pog. Yes, it is pretty pog. Wait. That doesn't add up. Did half of it already go away to taxes? Because if I calculate it, it's only... Oops. 63 plus... What are you doing, bro? 60... Oh. 63 plus 63 plus 56 plus... I haven't gotten paid yet for this one, but I have 34 in waiting. That's 216. So they stole $50 from me. Twitch takes half and taxes take half of that, so you make like 25%. No, I did not make 25% of 266. That's what it said, 266? Yeah, I don't know where the $268 went. That's probably something I should look into. But I'm not gonna like freak out about it now. It's just funny to look at it. That's what I was doing. Yeah, $268. And my payouts. What the heck? This is the next screen that I was looking at. So far, I've gotten like 180. Look at all those paid subs. Look at all those gifted subs. Or do you spend so much money on me? I feel so good about that. Anyway, though, I don't know why to... I don't know... Oh, current progress. Oh, I'm about to get paid. My next check is going to be 85 or 75. Minus 34 plus 75. That's 257. Okay, that makes more sense. What the heck? How did I get that much money? That's enough for a game nowadays. Yeah, 180 or 260. Either way, it's like
1.3. Then I got a Twitch contract which necessitated a certain amount of ads. 3 minutes of ad time per hour.
$4 million
to basically 2025. I made $4.1 million. And to those astute observers amongst you with those keen peepers, you might notice that my subscriptions are less than half of what they were for the previous 2-year period. So even though I have 180,000 less subs across these 3 years than I did for the previous
Dude, he's so rich. He's like 100 million. No, he's not 100 millionaire. But he's got, from Twitch alone, he's got like 5 mil. From YouTube, he had like 35 mil. And then he also sold like Godslap comics. He also sells soap. He also has some stuff. Dude, that's so cool.
Significantly more.
I want to see Kai Cenat do this. I want to see what Kai Cenat's revenue looks like. Because, like, I don't know why they're all hiding it. I forgot ladybugs could fly, bro. Do not do that. Do not do that, bro. Just so you know, I'm repositioning myself so that I could get ready to run at a moment's notice.
And that is because of ads. Ads are the breadbasket to streamers. That is the jelly to the peanut butter sandwich that is streaming. And keep in mind, these numbers here, the 4.1, the 1.2.
Dude, you know how they have I don't mean to keep pausing. If you're in for it, if you're in it for the money, I think it's stupid to do a video like this. So I don't see Kai doing it anytime soon. I don't think Kai's in it for the money. I think he does. I think money does play a big part in his career though, cuz like he does the subathons where he tries to hit 1 million subs, and he has his ads on pretty high. So, but I don't think it's fair to say that Kai Cenat's doing it for the money. I would say it's fair to say that a lot of streamers are doing it for the money, but I would say I don't know. I think most big streamers are in it for the money. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's not an insult. That's fair. You're right. What was I about to say though? I don't know.
Those don't even include
Charlie's
brand
just
deals
different.
or sponsorships. And I didn't have any ancillary donations, but a lot of streamers do through like Streamlabs for like text-to-speech stuff like that. So
He's
that doesn't
so
include any
real.
of those other means of making money through the medium. This is solely through just Twitch itself. And I think something important to mention, contrary to popular belief, I am not a top streamer. I am also not even a full-time streamer, and I haven't been for over a year and a half. So my 2025 earnings, I didn't really put them here. It's about 100K. So another thing to add to the total here.
Cool.
But I'm not even a full-time streamer anymore, and I haven't been a top 20 streamer probably since the fucking
he
Among
did make
Us
more
boom.
than enough for
back
one
in
lifetime,
the prehistoric
and he's not
internet
even
age
30.
now. Like the Among
He is. Who are you talking about, Kai or Charlie? Charlie's 30. I think he just turned 30 though. Never mind. He's 31.
Us era is the only time where I broached like the top 20.
But still, it doesn't matter because 2 years ago when he was 29, he also had enough money. So it doesn't. So you're right.
I've not been in that.
You're still correct.
That ball game for a while, and yet this is still a crazy amount of money, where there is no reason I should be taking money from just normal people working normal everyday jobs. It just doesn't feel right to me. Streaming is the easiest job there is. Hot take, I know, sorry, that was a blistering, scolding magma that I just spewed out there, but it is just the truth. I sit in swamp ass for a few hours every day, well, at least I used to when I was a full-time streamer, playing games.
Bro, that ladybug is just climbing directly to the roof.
Weenie Hut Jr. routine to a normal person who is actually working their ass off.
Oh, I was gonna say this earlier. There's this thing called 17 rooms, which is basically where you go in and you torture yourself. Apparently they they drown you in balls. I don't know what the balls are made of. There's like, they like trap you in a room and fill it with water. And I'm like, those aren't scary. The ball one seems kind of fun, actually. But, like, the whole point of it is to be scary. But it's more just torture. Like, it feels like torture. Just being in a, like, 2 foot by 2 foot by 6 foot tin that's slowly filling up with water and it's really cold. That's not scary. It's just not fun. But I would say, like, I would do it, but I heard that there's one where you'd panic. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's the whole point, is most people would panic. But someone said there's one where they put like a spider in your face. That's the only thing keeping me from doing this, bro. That and like the money and the location, and I don't really want to. But like, I'm honest to God, the thing that scares me the most on this planet. Like, I feel fear instantly every time are insects. Like when that ladybug didn't even. You could tell them no spider piles and they won't do it. Maybe, but I'm saying that right there, that's a freaking ladybug, and it didn't come anywhere near me. It just flew around my wall for a second, and I panicked. Even right now, just looking at it, I'm getting goosebumps. But yeah, you're right. My money, my choice.
Every single day in a 9 to 5 environment.
Where'd it go? Where did it go, bro? Where'd it go? Ladybugs are the best bugs, though. I know. But that doesn't mean that I'm still not scared of it. Where did it go? Bro, it had to have fallen. It had to have fallen on the ground.
Hopes of chasing the American dream. And then they'll come home, maybe turn on my stream and donate a couple of dollars to me. And it just doesn't sit right with me taking that kind of money, given
Dude,
what I've
my
made
cat
from all of
my cat went under my bed and then threw up and then left. And I was like about to go to sleep because I took a nap today. And I just remembered it. Bro, I don't know how I'm going to take care of it. Other than just actually moving my entire bed somewhere else so I can get under there.
this.
Like, that's so
and I really
annoying.
should have just stopped this a long time ago. Especially considering this is just the Twitch side of things. I told you, I'm going to show you my YouTube earnings. So be ready because here it is.
Whoa!
Number, an unfathomable amount
Dude,
of money.
that's
From
so
starting this
crazy.
channel in
Just leave it until
2007
the
all
smell
way
forces you to
until
deal with
today, I
it.
have
Procrastination is key.
$35.8 million.
Even then, I still don't know how to. I don't know how to take care of it. Other than just, like, throwing a paper towel under there and calling it good.
I never even imagined that amount of money was possible to earn without just being born rich. I have said from day one, I got incredibly lucky. I will never be able to put into words just how lucky I got with all of this shit here.
35 mil.
I got
Holy!
I have always said that, and I still believe that to this day. Now, something I saw a lot of people asking after the video I made about turning off all the donation stuff is how much money I'm leaving on the table. And while it's kind of hard to show it on Twitch considering both subs and bits are technically still on, even though I discourage both and have bits at a point where I don't think it's even possible.
Bro, that's insane. 500,000 shorts feed ads 2,000. That's funny. 500,000, and that's a tiny little dot compared to the 34 million that he got from ads.
Them. I still can't get like a hard number on what's like gone now or anything like that, but on YouTube I can show you directly. So with memberships and supers / gifts, I made over $1 million. Keep in mind, I've only had those things enabled for about a year. There was $1 million in a year from just normal people donating it to me. Again, that just doesn't sit right with me.
What?
Now, I know there are plenty of streamers and YouTubers that have significantly more money than me.
That's so
and have
crazy,
subs and
bro.
donations on and whatever. I don't care. Like I said, this is not me trying to lead some kind of revolution here where all of them turn it off. It's their choice to make. I wanted to explain fully why I don't want normal people just giving me their money anymore at all. Also, to be honest, I think just full goatseeing, showing how much streaming / YouTubing can make, just showing you the full, unedited, raw numbers, is probably helpful for normal people so they can see how much money is in this space, because I think there's often...
He could have done the thing that I did. I showed this earlier. Oops. He could have done this. He could have showed that he had this many dollars in ads, this many dollars in things. October 6th. He could have done that. This is literally exactly what he was talking about. I can't show you on YouTube. I can on... Like, this shows everything. I want to know how much money he made from ads. Maybe that is too new to... Hold on. Too new to cover it, everything? Maybe. I don't know. But I want to see what it says either way for
And
him.
so many question marks from people wondering.
But then again, I'm not gonna, like, if he... How do I explain this? I'm not gonna be crazy, be like, no, you have to show it. It's just something that I would want to see, but I don't care.
How much does a streamer or YouTuber make?
Like,
Will they
there's
just say,
some
they're making
people
billions
that...
of dollars or they're making nothing?
There's some people that are literally fans that literally get mad at people being like, you owe it to us to show us this information. They don't, though. Nobody owes you anything.
There's never like an in-between because there's never any like really hard numbers to look at. So I think something like this can be helpful for that, especially because over the years I've noticed there's been a multitude of creators.
Give them
that
an
have come out
inch
tried
and
to,
they'll
like,
demand a
underplay
mile.
How well off
Exactly.
they are
That's why I never let a girl slip a finger in my butt.
financially, because they believe it could be somewhat of a brand risk where if they are perceived as being someone that's very rich,
Also, they've
then
never
maybe
asked.
their audience wouldn't like them as much because they're no longer relatable. It's just something I've seen here and there over the years from a bunch of different creators, and I just find it a bit disingenuous. So hopefully something like this can help show that if someone is in like the top sphere of YouTube or Twitch, they are very, very well off financially. Anyway, though, if you add both of these numbers
Would lead to
up,
full-on
I've
pegging.
made a total of
Exactly.
$41.3
That is a
million.
lot.
But that's not to say that's what I have.
No.
Now, I do live in Florida. Which
That's what I was saying, bro. He does live in Florida, which is like expensive. Not as expensive as like New York or LA, but it's expensive. He's probably just living in Florida. I'm going to say he probably went down from 41 to like 37. I'm just guessing. I literally have no idea. But then you add on all the merchandise that he's done, then it goes back up to like 50.
means
I don't
there's
know.
no individual
Maybe
income
not
tax.
50.
Big time
That's a lot.
Florida W right there. And I
They have
know
no income
I'm
tax
big
there.
time gushing grannies.
I don't
Florida
know what that
glazer. I've
is.
lived here my whole life, and that is something very nice about it. But it's not to say that the tax man comes in gentle with the lube. He still goes whole hog raw. It is still brutal when the tax man comes a knocking. He'll blow up your guts, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. Obviously, a good chunk instantly goes to taxes. There's also like salaries for the people that I pay on my team, other expenses, and also for the first 4 to 5 years of me.
So
earning
he
money
doesn't
through my
have
YouTube
50
channel,
million.
I donated every single dollar to charity. So while I may have earned $41 million over the course of my time online, I don't have nearly that much. But I still have more money than I will ever know what to fully do with. And
No.
I actually thought it would be kind of fun.
It's probably my fault. I'm still janky and messed up because the desktop audio is literally coming from my headphones right now. So
To go through like
I
a
don't know.
deep dive on what it looks like. You know, taxes, expenses, all that kind of thing to see how it all breaks down. But maybe that's a topic best left for a different video. So for now, I'll probably just conclude it here. Hopefully this was insightful. Anyway, that's really about it.
I don't know about insightful. I think it was cool. I think it was just cool, bro. That he earned that literally much. Yeah, I figured. Most people have seen it before. Anyway, though, Orgy, hey, bro. Thanks for being here. But that's going to be the end of my stream. That's going to be the end of my freaking stream.
You always be my blue.
And as I told Yogurt Boys, I don't know when my next stream is going to be. Anyway, though. No, I'm not back. Because tomorrow I have to go eat with some of my grandma's friends. It was one of those things where they told me to come over after I told them my grandma was in hospice. And they're like, so you want to come over on Wednesday? And what am I gonna do? Just be like, no, I don't want to come over on Wednesday? No, I know. I brought it back. But I was saying, tomorrow I have to go do something. Thursday, I'll just, like, see what's up. You know what I mean? But I will let y'all know in the Discord if I'm back or if I'm doing what. But 6 p.m. around that area is still a good time to check in on my grandma. And I don't think it's going to be too long till she moves out of hospice to a new place. And then I have to figure out where the new place is and all that stuff. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm back. Because then if I don't come back, then people are disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in doing that. But I'm back. I will be streaming like at least once a week or a few times a week. So just maybe not every day, which is good. So thank you, Orgy. And thank you, Yoga Boys and Victoria and Parakeet for all pulling up to the stream. Shouts out Sleepy, who I haven't seen in freaking a month. And Zeph and Cozy Cake. Thanks to them for pulling up to my birthday. W's in the chat for y'all. That's true. That did happen. Anyway though, I'm gonna leave now. Thank you very much for watching. Look forward to doing another stream, and I will see y'all later. Goodbye, Orgy. Goodbye. Peace out, bro.